Thokozani my Igedla, and welcome to yet another beautiful video of Let's the Journey with me, Kanongosi. Yo guys, I'm so sorry for the low quality, guys. There's no electricity, and this is the most anticipated video ever. Ndlovukazi made sure she comes. She makes time in her busy schedule, however you'd want to call it, and we have to make we'll just make things happen. We'll just use whatever it is that we can and get with it. La Ritzi, you know how we look. So I'm so sorry that the quality is compromised. But yes, we finally have Gogo Ndlovukazi. Oh. Listen, this people, one of the messages that one viewer sent. I really am waiting for Ndlovukazi's video. So I literally sent it to her, ma'am, so what must then happen? So she's like, Bona, today, one thing, I'll make sure I pass by. I get a little bit of marama, what we need to do something. Anyways, let's get straight right into it. But I'm super excited. Ndlovukazi has grown, guys. Like, she's been this shy person for the longest of time, but today, like, of late, I'm seeing a different Ndlovukazi, somebody who's really outspoken, somebody who speaks her mind, and I'm like, yes, when I girl.
Oh yeah,
you know. So let's just go right into it. Shall we, guys? So depleted. Guys, so we are going to do what we can, okay? So we finally have Gogo Ndlovukazi. Hi, ma'am. How are you?
Hi, I'm cool. I'm good, thank you.
Yes,
how are you?
I'm all good, lawyer babe. Guys,
I'm cool.
I ate a lot of junk, guys. I don't know what must happen to the girl, but I stay on the streets. I stay busy, you know. So all these other things, but December, guys. December, who wants stress?
I mean,
ma'am.
Also, it's your birth month, so I get it.
I can be fat if I
want
to.
Oh yes, I'm cool.
But people are not allowed to call me fat.
No,
you know, people can be very weird.
Body shaming, we don't allow it.
We don't do that. But then anyways, ma'am, how are you? Like, how are you? How have you been keeping up? It's been how many years now?
3 ongoing to 4, I think.
Also to cities.
Yes.
Ma'am, time flies.
Time flies.
Also, and also I'm totally the same person that I've known you to be. I'm not even trying to buy face. Listen, I've seen initiates come and go. I can tell you about each and every one. But you've never changed. You've been the same person. Like, even Muruti Chere could attest to it, and everybody else.
Thank you.
How are you doing it?
Well, I think one thing is to be myself. Mainly because a different environment. So you're trying to adjust maybe until then. Yes, until then fit in, and then until then is then that so I tried by all means also. Consistency is key. Especially how I didn't see because mabala will forever be home. And then 3 years down the line, so it's always important, especially how it's going to be home. Like,
so you knew that this was going to be home. Yes. You were in for the long run. I think that's what's the problem that people face. People come here, they want to be loved, they come here, they overwork themselves, and then it comes to a point where we see a lot of people that change character after Ndwazo. And then we are just shocked. How? Can't they are this loud? How? Is that you? Shoo. Ma'am, you went through a lot. How also like fellow in shit.
Yo, Mkulu.
Struggles are different.
Yeah, that's very true. Mkulu, 2023. Kesa ho belo ko thoko lo ena ne. Kesa bele le baba ko thoko. Individually, so we went through so much.
A lot.
And bokete bo eleng gore re tsamile mo go bona ha bo tshwana mongwe le mongwe o tsamile dikgwetlho tsa gagwe but ha re ka tla go dula mo fatshe I think na for nako ke litseng ka yone le baba le mkhuluma ka gula le mkhulumaki ke nagana gore 2023 was jara ya diteko more than celebration. I'm just hoping gore the affirmations tsa rona re ntse re di dira re kopa gore 2024 itle with more celebrations and then less because
no, please, I don't want to lie. You know, the fact that you are saying it, I think on my personal channel, guys, please go and follow Gogo Ndlovukazi. On my personal channel, I'm always like, I was looking at my videos and there's just one thing that I keep saying all the time that I've seen flames this year.
Yeah.
Listen, but this is not about me. How have you been this year? How did you make it out to this day?
Very moment. Okay. Mkulu, this year started off as a year of diteko, I won't lie. I think the biggest thing, or the biggest move that I took was finally go inela ko kerekeng. You know,
yes, this year.
Yes.
Oh, we don't force. I think a lot of people might say, okay, how? So basically what happens is that right? And so obviously they are being trained through church, our church, but when they are done, they're free to go back to their churches or be part of our church. So anybody too, nobody is forced to be part of the congregation, right? But you rather use us to get to where you need to get to, right? So this was the year that Mogel actually was officially Mosen Betel. We are no Mama Sentabra recognized.
Yes, Mkulu, I think this year, the way Isimolozen Kateng, it was a wake-up call ya gore simolla loto la go la kereke because honestly speaking.
But why did it take that long, or why are you part of the congregation?
I am part of the congregation mainly because of giving di karabelo tse ke di krileng. You know, sometimes we radilo hela just because motho mongwe di dira or batho ba di dira.
Or you want to be loved.
Or you want to be loved. Yes. For me, I knew I get tsena ka mabala. I mean 3 years back, not even this year. I knew I get tsena ka mabala gore at one point ne ke ntse ke tlo go inela mo kerekeng. But
you waited it out.
Yes. Go ganetsana le gore o kula bona nako o ntse itse gore there's something so tshwantseng o se dire. Mara you just taking your time. Ke motho eleng gore even though le nna ke lakatsa gore dilo tsa ka ke lakatsa gore dilo tsa ka di tle ka nako e ritseng but ha ke rate go jagela dilo. I took my time because ha ke batla gore ko morago ya ka moruti tshero o tla bui Mkhulu a re ha o inela mo kerekeng that's where bo di tshele bo dilonyana tse di go itantse be di simologa teng wena o tla nong tsu di bona maybe di sa go ame but ha o simolla o tsena o inela mo kerekeng it's like ya no itega tsebe thata. So I think one thing that made me delay the whole thing was I'm not gore ke re no yana ke sharp or spiritually I've grown or whatever the case may be, but I feel like maturity wise I feel like no yana emotionally as well.
You were ready. You've grown the skin to withstand everything. Because I mean, guys, church is supposed to be a place where we get refuge, where you get peace and warmth. And I'm not even trying to say man. Hey, my apostle is something else, man. Yo, apostola, shame. But what were the challenges all this time? How has life been ever since Otwasa? What made you go Otwasa? What were the signs? How did it start? Take us through that.
Okay. So this is how it started, Mkhulu. Honestly speaking,
not a problem.
Honestly speaking, I was very, very, very in denial. Ke gopola this other time ke kry-a signs tsa gore maybe ke dutse mo tlong be ke bona nkare tau ke yo yetsa
hectic
mare ke ganetsana le nna o kile bona o buitse gore o bone mara o
some sort
ganetsana
of
le
hallucinations. Okay, it's a mental problem. That's where psychology comes in. Like, a lot of people cannot really differentiate between hallucinations and tomo.
It started off like that. Mkhulu ke lora ke khona go lora like 3 days in a row ke lora funeral, and then on the 4th day motho wa tlhokafala wa tlhaloganya dilonyana tse ntseng yalo mara ke ganetsana le nna. I think since primary go ntse go iragala yalo, and ke ntse ke sa bue go gae gore ke na le bothata bo so. They only got to know fully what is happening, I think, when I was in high school. But all along ke ntse ke didimala, and also ke re go gaira maroma. So I had that thing gore ish khotlate satane wa tlhaloganya dilo tsa go tshwana le tseo. But I know gore ne ke ntse ke itse gore go gae they are very supportive. My sister, my mom, I bone shem ba nthegile mo letong, I won't lie. Le ha ne ke tla mo mabaleng, I was very, very in denial. My sister and my mom were like, tsamaya hela ha o itse gore go tlhagela ke. But one thing se se nshokileng nkhulune, Baba khale ke moitse, like o nthutile go convention. Yes.
Wow.
Khale ke moitse mare mo torong ne nkare ha ke mo tlhaloganye sentle until ke tsena ka mabala ke tla go consulta. Ke tsena go ndombeng.
And how did you even know about mabala?
Yo mkhulu ko ba go bolela gore go na le ko ramosadi ne go na le front opposite ya go gae, it's a family friend. Ke ene a re boletseng gore re tle kwano.
Oh, okay.
And then actually mama o motletse gore ngwana o na le bothata bo 1 2 3, so ena ba re no tla yang kwano ke itse mme o solo. So to my surprise ha re tsena after consultation e bile go ntse go te mankosi, but e sa click gore mankosi ke mang. So ha ke tswa mo consultation no go te mankosi mme wa motlong o tlo go bona. After consultation I'm there waiting, baba wa tlhagala yo mkhulu ka ke se itse gore a ke gadi ba gore ka ke se itse go iragala yo mkhulu a ke re then you didn't understand gore utlwa le ga yang as compared to now wa itse gore ha dimpa di sha gore sengwe sa wa tlhaloganya mkhulu. But yo mkhulu e rile baba a tlhaga so ke re ke mo sheba sentle, and then a ntlhalosetsa gore go iragalang ka leto la ka, and then this and that, and then afterwards I'm for the opportunity to actually express myself. Ke mo bolelle gore nna sentle ke ikutlwa yang. O itse mkhulu before nka mo bolella gore ke ikutlwa yang, ke mo bolelletse pele ke re kopa go bolela sengwe go ke wena mme o ke go bone mo torong o nkentsha mo metsing o ntha gore ha ke sena go tswa mo metsing ke tlo go fola baba ka tshegela ke re music ka seo wa itshegela
and you're actually part of the lucky ones. My mom doesn't usually just give out consultations.
Yes mkhulu. So yeah mkhulu, ever since life changed for nna ke tsene ka lefetlo ke ntse ke le in denial ke simolla leto.
I remember you perfectly. I was like, how are we going to cross this bridge with this one?
Mkhulu guys kopa go lebelela nnete literally every day, more especially matsatsi a ileng gore a ke re ha o le mo lefetlong gona le ha re tshwane, gona le ba ba tsenang ka lefetlo e be setse ba ntsha maina a bone ba setse ba apara bo di red skirt ba ira nna. I think it took me 2 weeks before nka apara. So within that 2 weeks kopa go lebelela nnete literally each and every single day mkhulu ha na fologa koloi ne ke ela go gaene ka sello ke le bolela nnete every day ne ke ela ka sello ke mmolela gore ke batla go boela gae. My sister lene was stressing ona communicate le mkhulu le no go shotela gore a tle go ntsaya, because literally every day I felt like, you know what nkare, because I think ne ke se ke tlhaloganye gore badimo ya no ba ntlela ka bogale ka gore ba itumetse gore ke tlile mo mabaleng finally,
because I mean this is new to you.
Yeah. And then mkhulu irile ke sena go ikamogela le wena o ntse o nrotloetsa baba lena a ntse a nrotloetsa mkhulu magagula. I think apart from my family ya go gae mabala ibile ya nna o itse keng le gae, because I remember ha ne ke ya gae ne mkhulu ne ke setse ke feditse after 7 months. Actually ne ke santse ke ya gae I think after 5 months, and then go nna taba tsa di COVID.
Oh, I remember
go ya gae, and then go tswetswe.
There was a time where we had like a pile of mekete mintsintsi on top of each other.
Yo mkhulu. And then there was nako eo, and then I had to after 7 months eo I remember ke ya gae. I think just 2 days after I fetsa go tsena go gae I was back mo mabaleng guys. Ka ke boetse mo mabaleng ke filela nka re go gae go ntlhotlhona like mabala na ha ke itse ha re tshwane but I feel like people ba ileng gore ha ise ba tlhaloganye the purpose ya mabala gore ke eng mo matshelong a bone ke batho ba ileng gore ha se tsa ile gae wa chila go gae mabala a botlhokwa gore o nno boele go gone because o mkhulu o tla bui are ha o tla mabaleng it's like o tshela petrol gore o nna o ntse o fila up yes o nna o ntse o fila up because go botlhokwa go dula o ntse o nosetsa go dula go gae ha go thuse pharere batho ba ba feditseng go thwasa ba nne ba boela but le wena go tswa mo go wena gore wena o ikutlwa yang nna ke feel gore also ha ba dimba ga go le bone ba go laela because ke bone batho ba leng gore ba dula ba tshwantse ba go pushe ka leto la ga gore mare he o na le bo 3 weeks o na le bo kgwedi o sa ye ko go letseng teng wena hela o le monameng le wena ha o ipotse gore mare
what's going on
because it is always important for one to always go back we go ba tlhola so re wa ya awara yo tlhare le o ye hela we go dumedisa
I mean imitundu ya change
yes
I think we are not really going to over divulge on that side of things because I mean a lot of people wouldn't really understand that but touching base on that and now that we are here what do you think brings about this thing ya gore baba ntswetsi
there's nothing like that there's nothing like that people also o itse batho mkhulu ba diwa ke nne ha se re ke iketsa betere mara ke feel gore social media le yone nako tse dingwe ina le gore latlhisa side some people yes it will forever be there
and the alliance that people form mo mabaleng
yes dilo tse dintsinyalo di re busetsa morago guys ha o sa ikitse ha o sa itshepe wa go tseiwa ke batho le moya go
the same ones that you said sent you here
yeah
o lebala le ka bone and then you hear stories outside and you go with it how's it tlhaloganye mo ye menteng
I never hwaline also baba le mkhulu bongane ba go tsayang badimo ba gago bone bana le badimo ba bone bana dilo tsa bone tse leng gore di ba ketefala I mean up to this day till today there are so many things tse leng gore ba dikolota badimo ha ise ba diphete so wena tsa gago tla ba di tsena yang like guys
and we tell le gore bilo wena no le wena o swaka go eta batho botle you know it's I'm very sorry to say this because there are people that are very problematic but you know and after the whole thing
yes Nkulu, you went through that personally. I know that
and then
ha o setse motho se mkhula ba ra ba go bolela ka mogong mo tsetseng badimo ka teng I mean badimo ba gage ba dumela yang le bone gore ba tlaela mo go wena ba shute mo gene
honestly
like ha ise bo go ira gale motlholo eo so people ba diwa ke socials like socials ke tsone tse leng gore di kopantsha batho tlhoga ontla also ha kitsi
not being able to discern also decipher
yes mkhulu ke itse gore batho ba bang ba tlo go nkgama go bua se mara ke fila gore dingaka tse dingwe aske se go bua yana mkhulu itse bile ke batla gore o khate this ne mara ke go ibua plopa le ba ka nkgama le nna ke na le lona re tla tshwarana batho dingaka tse dingwe they are opportunists
true
ba batla so ke itira betere nna ke re ke itse thata bile ke santse ke le ngwana ke santse ke thuta mara ke feel gore batho ba bangwe ba batla gore go iwe go go bone hela for this thing
for chelete
batho ba batla chelete ba rata chelete motho ha latela motho mongwe o heditseng go thwasa motho wa ke re lene that's why mkhulu a phela a emphasize khanye bathong ha o feditse go thwasa o feditse o setse o isitswe ga ile se o isitswe ga kgwedi e fetileng or 3 months ago o tlhapile botlhogo ha gore go rongaka wa go nna ngaka ka dikgwetlo and the growth tsa dijara or after 5 years 10 years
people want microwave generation you know and we like the patience that's why who said what I usually say you can't be an expert you can only have experience because we learn every day but some things they need you to be present and do them in order to learn you know we can't just tell you about theory you need to be doing the practical part you need to present yourself you need to be teachable you need to be somebody who wants to do and volunteer to do things because a lot of people already but yet you don't even know how to do certain things You know, certain things you learn them by doing them.
Yes.
You can't be told. We'll just tell you, but you learn it better when you are there and it's been done. You see the challenges because the challenges are different for each and every one. Right? So, how? Why are you so all these years?
Mainly because leto ke leto ene thomo ke thomo ha o itse gore o biditswe a never khobega marapo even though o ka tsama through di kgwetlo tse di ritseng cool. We've seen Baba. I've got to witness Baba. No, I wouldn't say at her lowest, but I've got to witness that. And Baba is all these years. But I got to witness that. We both are hands up to this day. How never. There's always going to be that inner voice forward to Korea. Because they will always come up with solutions. 3 months. Not that they're doing it on purpose, but and also up to a certain stage. Something like that happens again, then you know but 5 months eventually. So and I don't think
what keeps you going? Because ma'am, there's been things, there's been challenges. There were naysayers. Yes. There were things that were said about you. There were the challenges. You know, I think we need to tell the truth because people think bongaka is all fun and games. People watch Leton, gida, and people wish to be healers. Can't they? People need to know. I think that's why I started this channel, so that people can realize the different challenges that people have to go through. Because as individuals, our journeys aren't the same. And maybe somebody's experiencing something similar to what you are going through. Or they are not understanding what is going through. What has kept you going? What made you close yourself from the noise?
Mare Baba untutile so se one that I will never forget. Dula wiki like dirang ka ra ha bone itira se matla. And then how
she's good at that.
How sna go itira se matla khuba makalengwele. Dira gore thapelo e nne ko eleng gore o bua tsotsotlhe tsa lefatshe because motho ana mine a never o ka motshepa. La ile o ka re o rolela mo go ene ha ka ke aba go tlela le ka di solutions tsotlhe. So one thing seleng gore kept me going was smiling
through the pain. That was the hardest challenge. I remember when my mom set me down one time and people always have something to say, but as long as we didn't one day, smiling with people that are saying bad things about you. And they still want to hug you and smile with you. You know that quote daring, if you knew what people say behind your back, you'd stop smiling with a lot of people.
Yes, I know it very well. And we need to live by that forever. Because that thing, and also, because once you start stressing about what people say, I mean, there are so many things then we go through individually. So there's your self-confidence, there's your self-esteem, there's you fighting and then now so at least how it's because already you're going through so much. I mean, on a monthly basis, you tend to go through so much in terms of self-image, in terms of how you feel about yourself, you know, how you born and how to try and there are days and you feel like you can't do anything
and
about
weird
it.
Enough, I hardly eat though.
Cool. But anyway, that's a story for another day. Maria, I'm cool. Tapelo, with tapelo, look, gets us taught. I Baba untutile shem. I get no blela mag. Dilozo unkulu, they kept me going. I won't lie till this day ke santse ke le hela how and le ha ke for example like do tsa go tshwana le school like school is one se ndiribulo tsa go try ke tlo bua ka school one day just so ne hela se le one but I would like to just sum it up for you guys. It took me 7 years to complete a 4-year degree. But the last row was this one when my laptop did the whole thing. But yeah, Mudimo wa phela, Mudimo le badimo ba phela ba re lwela batho ga ke tlo go le bolela maka.
And people would use such petty things as reasons to say, "Wa bon." Like people give credit to Boloi that every little thing they want to make it believe can't we are not immune to not having problems because or just because you feel like how rate mamma now
but mongwe le molelo ka nna ngaka la lo ka nna gobela o na le 30 years o le gobela wa go phela ntse na le dikgwetlo like there's always going to be dilo tse dintseng and sometimes it's not even about sometimes those things they were meant to happen because modimo o batlile re di nne teng gore di go godise le wena mo moyeng. I mean how o sena di challenges wa go gola yang wa go itse yang gore how strong are you wa tlhaloganya. So it is always important that le wena tlogela go nna kireng o sa nna too much on gore people ke bone ba irileng dilo tseo or di rapedise fela bathong because di khwetla they will forever be there. I just focus on what people say to us as well. I read to them gore motho wa bua di tsena ka ha di tswe ka, especially if it's things tse di tlosang botlhoko dilo tse di khoba marago, but if it's things tse di go tlhatswang pelo le wena di go fa kgolo di go encourage and motivate you, inspire you, I mean to say o di tse tlhogong because di go fa kgolo both monameng le mo moyeng. You just never know gore kopana le motho ntse. But also one thing that I've learned from Kulubongani is that sefa se motho a se buang. Don't take everything, guys. I think and also keep your circle small. It is important to do that just to protect your energy, because the moment we are too available to certain
some people want to be loved by everyone. You can't be friends with everyone.
No.
Honestly, it's just so weird.
It's very weird. So guys, I'm home. This is home, guys. I will forever be home. How did I know? The moment kids are like bala we go pan le baba after
and that was it.
That
so
was it. I knew.
Somebody and
I'm sorry.
They are going through the most because of their fellow initiates, and they can't speak out. And they feel like they're at a verge of literally just giving up. What could you say to them?
Your fellow initiates, you feel like you guys are brothers or sisters, like creating that relationship and bond. And there will always be others.
And those can also change overnight.
Yes, most definitely cool. And then they'll always
I've seen it with you.
Oh yes. Yo, okay.
Yeah, if I could reach for the archives at some point and fellow Ash guys, I'd laugh actually.
And then there'll always be those bailong hore ba go bon. I get bone ba filela hore maybe wena you're being yourself mainly because batla go ratiwa ya ka nna go take secretary na a ke na bothata itse ke na bothata mkhulu
ba ro sthotsela ngwana go gae
ke sthotsela ebile ke sthotsela na ebile ha ile hore ke sone ke sthotsela se se happy thata
because you've never changed. You know, people always project and you're giving people mirror effects. Why is she perfect?
Yes.
Why can't I be like her? They'll always want a reason to bring you down because you've never had a scandal, Mama Bale. You've never had you've never been caught up in drama and gossip. So people will always want to find a reason to actually point out and say, you're not perfect. Maybe you're just, when you're being used, how you born. Clearly, you're not seeing what you're doing. You're being controlled, which is very sad. I mean, how could you make it out of such things, bruh?
Going back to your question, what would I say to someone who is going through that? I think hanga e araba maybe itla kopana le o fetsang go mpotsa yone. Mkhulu le tole ke reng la go dula le ntse le go khoba marapo ngwana go gae. But one thing se leng gore will keep you going is that always remember gore wa tsene ka lefelo o tsene o le one ha wa tla le motho go khoba marapo. And yaka mkhulu ampuditse from the get go ha re simola the interview was how did you manage to always be consistent and be true and stay true? I think how we kitsi and o sa tsene ka go batla go pleaser or go pretender.
And having friends mama baleng.
Yes, it's going to be easier for you. O sa tla mo mabaleng gore o nne le dichomi gore because we tletse ole one dichomi ha di tlo go thusa ka sepe. How o tlutse botlhoko ke motho leng gore maybe for example le dula within the same space ya ka tabele thwasa lotlhe, go to your gobela or go to mkhulu wa gago because those two they will forever be batho ba ileng gore o ka bua le bone and they will never ba go kgetholle.
Though they are bad gobelas,
they are.
I've had my fair share of seeing trouble.
They are, but at the end of the day I get mkhulu tshwantse re gopole gore o go kereng o go jarateng o re kere ntlo ya ga gobela ha o kuntlunya motho o thwasang le. So ha o le mo mathateng motho a ntlo tshwantseng a itse ke yo o ka se bolelle motho because laile gobelo e le motho o sokodisang jang laile ka mmolella a ba tla ka ditori tse dintseng but it tshwantse e fete ka ene o tshwantse o mmolelle gore ke bogiswa ke motho o so. And also o sa etsa sephiri ha o fetsa go mmolella make sure gore le ene wa mmitsa o mo bolelle gore ke boleletse gobela gore ntrita 1 2 3 so and then this is how I feel about the way ntrita ka teng because once in na sephiri ya go nna ntho e leng gore ya gola ya gola and then ha ina solution ha go tle gore go discussiwe kganyeo or e solve wa tlhoga. So it's always important that tswa mo motho ha ile gore wena le motho le exchange na mafoko ha le khone go buisana sentle gore bothata ba rona ke bo a re ipankang bua le gobela gago o ska latela another initiate wa mata gago because yanong ya gonna lekoko ya gonna lekoko e bena gore you guys are ganging up mo go o nna dilela tse di unnecessary tse leng gore you could have avoided khale kwa. So always make sure that how to se botlhoko ke motho mo ha ile gore le pallwa ke go e solve se lona ha gona a mediator we leng gore a ka le thusa gobela lona or mkhulu just some even though gobela lona ile motho e leng gore o go khoba marapo mare mo bolelele it doesn't really matter, just go to that person. And then also badimo we tsena go nke fila gore sometimes ha o le mo letong o na le go fila gore nkare badimo ha ba go utlwisentle or ha ba tle ka noko e wena o fila gore ba tla gore ba tle ka yona. Guys, let me tell you something. I wouldn't even say ke di chores. I would say ke dilo tse leng gore tshwantse re di dire. Things like go fiela mabala we itse batho ba ba e bona as
chotlo
go fiela mabala especially ha o santse o thwasa ntho e ka go tsetsa di makatso because o ka create ditaba o fiela ko ntle ka 4 am or ka 3 am wena wa re wa sotlhega ha o sotlhiwe ke dilo tse di tshwantseng gore di diriwe. Na speaking from experience I remember this other time cool ke fiela kafa actually ke koropa stupu ka ne I can say ke koropa stupu I think it was 3 am I can see you go up a stupid cool and I know it's around Buma June. Yo cool. And we see Marmabala Rona Monati. I get to Guamaka, we see one honor is very fresh. Hoshotelera would be
honestly at this point.
Of which those
because
are allowed
we don't believe in Hotasi Sabatoka Trom because we've been through that.
You don't.
But hey.
Go na le mabala e leng gore re tlholera bona mo mafara tlhatlheng bana batho ba shotlhega mare mabala rona a monate I won't lie like ke gopola le ka winter mkhulu gore le ha re hetsa go koropa baba hana bothata ba gore re go ifuthumatsa re wa ntlhaloganye go gongwe le dula
o irela lengana ka pizza so that people don't catch flu
mkhulu le ha re lwala wa go bitsa
o go bola o so mona re tsosa ka di ulcer mara ha nna ya gae ditori tsa teng
mkhulu motho o motshabi. So mkhulu back to taba ya go koropa stupid. I remember that time and I think nike na le bo 2 months or 3 months ke le mabaleng ke se maka ke koropa stupu mkhulu ke ntse ke koropa stupu ke ne ke santse ke le in a process ya go tlhaloganya le dlozi la ka sentle because lone ne ke ntse ke le itse but a ke re nako nngwe ha o santse o thwasa o santse o leka go le tlhaloganya nako nngwe le tla so nako nngwe le tla so nako nngwe go tla le dlozi le lengwe ha o le tlhaloganya le wena wa tshoga wa bona and then I'm used to gore dlozi la ka letle a certain way that day nkhulu ke koropa stoop ke se koropa ne go le fifi ne koropa stoop so antso koropa a ke re le wena wa flowa fela ha o pay much attention irile ke gadima ke sheba mo tlhageng hey nkhulu ka nkare mo fatshe so go a bulega nkare like yo nkhulu ka ke bona sefatlhogo sa gagwe le tshwili there ha ke sena go bona sefatlhogo sa gagwe ke no ke dropa le mopo gore ke fila gore go hetsa go iragalang because ha ka tlwaela a tla yalo ke no ke dula mo fatshe ke utlwa re ke a tshachama nkhulu go pa go bolela gore nako eo ke hane ha nka be imagine if nka be ke sile ore nka be ke ha ke itse ka tshoga ka mogoretseng gone ne ke tshogile but ne ke sa tshoga that much at least ke dropile fela mopo mo fatshe le the bucket and then ke a dula mo fatshe mkhulu ga thega dintho tse ding fela yana a re ga khomo a re ga nagana mkhulu ha o tlile go ra ke re nako nngwe you never know
gore dikarabelo tsa
gago wa go di krela kae wa go di krela kae and how things like gore di chos tsa mabala it is always important to do them guys nagana nka be ke ipoleletse on the day ka gore baba maybe ha isa tsogo or baba santse le mo ntlong ha isa tsole kontle re mkhulu bongane le ene santse ikhuditse ebile o itse re keng ha ke tlo go dira di chos tsaka and then ke a dula le nna mo roomong ha ke ire sepe anka be ke bone kgomo ya kana go yo anka be ke wa tlhaloganya so nako nngwe le wena o tshwantse itse gore why o tlile mo lefetlhong karabo yo you won't get it instantly but to always you know believe in yourself lo wena o dilo ntse rapela o itse thapelo re
give yourself but also seeing that Igedla, how did you know gore le dlozi la gwa le gidi
yo mkhulu I remember ke forsa go gida and they used to laugh at me.
Sorry about that.
Mkhulu, I remember this other time ke gida nemkhulu and they used to laugh at me go tsena o gidela ka style se se wa ishle ne ke ipotsa gore a monna ora mareng ka skere ha ke gida like you communicate le dlozi la ka ora thango di move ira seng and then ke consistency gore ne ke gidela ka so style se why ha go change next how change I remember this other time ke chebile mo video ke tsa go lemoga ebile ka one of bomkhulu ba a re ipone gore o gita ka style se wana ke re na kwa le mo levesing you can't really you know see that mare e rile ke ipona le nna mo video le ke re he bana go rena ke gita helana ka style se wana so this other time mkhulu ke bolela baba ke re baba o itse ha ke gita nka re maoto a ka loka ha ke gita nka re ke a sha ka mogare ha ke gita nka re nka thubega ka sello ha ke tse go iragalang sometimes ha ke gita nka re nka dula mo fatshe but I'm always trying to push gore ke gite because since ke ithuta ke I'm still trying to figure out gore dlozi la ka le batla nako nngwe madlozi ha batle mo go ena straight away ba go bolela gore nna ke batla go ira nna ke batla go ira you have to go through certain things for them to be like this is not what I want, this is what I want so it happened gore this one time baba a fetsa go tswa ebile baba na ene se khala fetsa go tsena mo tlong a tswa mmereko re gita so re gita in groups like who gitile the first 3 bo go tla rona.
Please hold on.
Okay,
so sorry about that.
Yes mkhulu, so it happened gore baba na tswa mmerekong and ke gita actually who gitile the first 3 and then Igedla with the other 2 really by 3 as the second group because ne re se bantsi that much so we had to re gita in groups so that baba mbaletse di group and so forth bo go tla phata ka gore ke gite mkhulu ke a gita ke simolla go gita ke utlwa gore mangwe la ka a loka yanong that time ana sa loke the same way gore hana loka ne nka re ke batla gowa same time yo yanong mkhulu go nna thata because now ke try go tshwarela le dlozi la ka mara gape ke tsena mo na gape gore it was just a mess and then ke re itse re keng I guess ka force this thing age once ke tlhetlhe because ke try go connect le dlozi la ka mara gape mo leng ka re go a tshembologanyana a ke tlhetlhe once ka gana go tlhetlha a tla straight mo ntlong a bolela baba mo bolela gore this is not what I want and this is what I want the reason why e re ha gita o loka maoto in nkare wow because I would sweat ke sweat nkare ke tshologa le metsi but ha nke kiragala yalo bona gore ke nako eleng gore ona feel gore o force go dira something se eleng gore ha ke batle go se dira wa bona re loka maoto but how stop still wa force wa tlhaloganya but I think I didn't understand then gore ene sentle batlang because I also didn't know because nna ke bona ba bang ba gita so I'm thinking that's how it should be done so I didn't know gore go na le motho o sa batleng go gita wa bona so aba bua mo go baba a mo bolella gore no this is not what I want o need to find out gore le nna ke fetsa go tlhatlhela ba mpela gore motho ga gantsa tlile ma are 1 2 3 ke re he bana baba now it makes sense because ke ntse ke le ka go gita ke forsa and also why ke ntse ke gita ka style se se one wa tlhaloganya gore gore le ene o ntse mpotsa gore ha ke gita neng ka re ha ke free ke nna free fela ha nka ema or ha ke vusela that's when ke phutulogang sentle but ha ke gita nka re ke tsewa ke did gore ha ke tlhaloganye until then I tlhalosa because I've got to realize gore le ene ke motho o ha ke se ke re o shy or o tsa se ba ka go bua I really don't know but ke motho eleng gore le ene gore a tlhalose gore o batlang go tsa se ba ka so ke lebogela gore le ene o mphile the patience
to be patient and understand what was going on because it's very rare. I mean, you were literally the only one at that point. So people would feel like maybe you're just getting special treatment or you're just trying to get attention. Or why we're not special, why we're not so gida and all of that. Because it's a hideous exercise where people have to like learning how to do it and sanso osokol in the early stages can be very traumatic. So somebody's at home. What would you say to this person?
I would say that socials had sharp, but sometimes the socials they are too if you feel maybe why is around your area there's some way go kaya go tlhola go teng mara house happy and there's mkhulu bongane ka one nkosi ko leto o ka khona gore o itse re keng o mo shape ka DM gore where are you sorry about that guys. Anyway social sometimes they are too some cool I won't lie even though na kongwe dina le gore latlhisa side re kopana le batho ba leng gore ba re jabetsa but how kopane
when last did I hear go jabetsa
but ba re jabetsa ke bo magiane ka ntse re bona metlholo but anyway guys socials they are too there are people ba leng gore khalo for example mkhulu I know you've experienced this motho khala go lora a go lora mara se itse re o go kry o bona sefatlhego se mo torong and then tla o bona your picture on Instagram wa bona gore at least aka khona go shapa ka DM gore where are you based because I've been
but say you don't even have access to social media you believe in the old traditional ways how would you go about finding who's your gobela how to go about it and what to do
mkhulu I think some people I get mothateng o tla be I see I ithute go phatla or I say ithute I say itse gore o phatla yang actually so re ka se bofe ngwana mong re phatla ba go phatla simolla a reng so I say go to your nearest traditional healer ga go itlhola hela re tsena go lefetlong la ga go rutlo go phasa
but ba bang ba hectic
ba bang gone ba recruiter mkhulu ba re tsena
ba bang ba hectic I think the best way is people need to know phatla pray I understand as long as una le badimo le go rapela you itse modimo because I don't believe one can be sent without being given guidance so the same people that are calling you or have called you ba rona le gift they should be in a position to guide you as to how to go about your gift so ba kopa tsela ba kopa lesedi gore ke tswa yang ke dire yang ha ke gane la re ke na le mphokie but how do I go about it ke mantshontsho ra antsiamisa you understand so I think that is very important because gape being able to discern because nako tsena go ngakeng it's not everything that the person says that resonates with you
also
and then nako motho go tsa ha godimo and the deeper things that you really need answers for they can't really get to so that is why I'm one and very big in saying talk to your guides because if you are called definitely there should be a sign.
There should be a sign.
They should.
Also, we get people by going back to the question, we get people by tlabare na moske a phatla but ha go iragale sepe, hence in pusetsa ko morago ka kanya gore if there's someone within plek e leng gore o dula mo go yone, you can always go there. Mara ha ke re ya go thwasa ko ya go itlholela maybe ka kriya tlhase ya gore o phatla ya maybe ka go bolella that person gore he badimo hana ke kry dikarabo ba ba honest na ke kry dikarabo tse 1 2 3 ba batla go bolela wena indirectly, so just be patient. That's also another way. That's if you've tried yeah that's if you've tried maybe go rapela ka mogorits and then how kry dikarabo and then or wena maybe you're just too impatient o feel gore ba go diegela motho ga o fiela se tsene ka lefetlo tsa mo go tlholaela go nka kriya karabo and then also le wena sa re ha o tsa go kriya karabo eo o botsenela go ga etla ro dira yalo e rabedise a ke re le wena o tsama ka badimo tshwantse ba go blelle ba go fe confirmation ela motorong ya gore he 1 2 because some people mkhulu o fitlhele gore motho teng o itse struggle la kae yes o communicate like wa khona go rapela badimo ba maraba but also e ka re ha tlhaloganye ditoro tsa gagwe or ha itse go dira gore hence in cases go goreng if there's someone nearby or just le mo phone you can make friends or communicate with whoever o go feel o comfortable le and then o mo tlhalosetsa gore itse re keng na motho modimo ke tlhoka hela gore ke tlhalosetsa gore ditoro tse terrible lwela ditoro gore e tsamayang because motho mong o na le dikarabo from madimo but ha itse gore the first step a ire eng and then badimo ha batle ka go tshwana ba bangwe ba tlhalosa ka a certain way so ngwana batho lene o feletse a nna confused so it's always important that if gona le someone just botsa or socials le tsone di na le go thusa mara don't rely too much mo motho mongwe as long as la go bontshitse gore go phatlhiwa yang jwa mogene dira dilo tsa gago tlhaloga it is to feel
and also don't be there are people by they're really expectant of certain things being a certain way.
Yeah.
I think people expect too much. Expectations or things come different for each and every one of us. That is why I literally like to document everybody's individual journey because what was the biggest factor?
Mkhulu go ba go bolela ka this other time nna ka tlo go bua maka ke goletse go sepetlele ne ibile ke gopola this other time ke tla ke admit go sepetlele mme monyana a o ngwana ke wa butlile ga gore the way ne ba itse gore
you were there
ene go sa bone sepe ga go tlo go te ba bone gore go diragalang so I remember this other time Mkhulu ke fetsa go phaphama ne e leng ka re ke a khamega ke ntse gore Mkhulu I can't even explain gore what was I going through na go mara nka re gona le motho o ntiranyana like strangling me and then that voice ele ya tla mo go nenta ere sale ke go blelletse gore o tshwantse o ire 1 2 3 ha o rapele ibile ha o phatle ka mokgo ke go blellang ka teng so re tlo gotsa ha o sa ire ka mokgo yo ka le gone ya nong ke simollang go bua go gae gore guys ke na le bothata bo bo serious ke nagana gore that's when also my mom lena ablela our neighbors and then ba re bolela gore he gona le mme o solo so komphirele ke nagana gore le kaya la go itlhola go gena.
And how did the family take it?
Go gae ke motho a ntla go thwasa obviously it's something se gore it's very foreign go go bone but ba ke rata batho ba go gae because they are very supportive go re laile maybe ba sa tlhaloganye mare go thekga motho e ene ba ihira a ke tlo go bolela maka my mom and my sister they've always ibile go gongwe mo nna ke tla be ke re ke a tshaba or I can't ke bone ibile ba mphushitseng gore ra ya ko ndombeng whether you like it or not we have to know what is happening because re tsamaya your medical doctors o ba go sepetlele mara ha re bone sepe so ha ona gane gore this is the route e o tshwantseng o etse so na I get go bolela maka Mkhulu they've been very very supportive and le ha ba sa tlhaloganye ba botsa because they got to meet up le baba before nka tsena le ka lefetlo gore mare this journey go iragalang ka yone e tlayang gore ba batlile go tlhaloganya pele gore le bona ha ba ntse ba support
how do they support you
ba nne le kitso ya gore go iragalang.
No, that's beautiful but how different has your life been ever since Othwasitse?
Mkhulu, that's one question and gore every time ha ke budiwane ke ne So yeah, oitse mkhulune leto le la go dula lentse le le bokete ne. But one thing that has changed mo botshelong baka is the way ke bona botshelo ka teng. Guys, nna ke tlo go le bolela makane. Before ke thwasa, I was this one person gore ke rata go itswalla thata, ke tshaba batho thata ntse mkhula ke tlo go bolela maka. And also being around people gore fela ne ke sa tlhaloganye gore ke go through what ne. Mara ha ke dutse le motho ana, I think 10 minutes was enough. Either ne ke fila gore nkalla or ne ke fila gore motho ke mo tenegela ha ke tsiwa le motho a modimo a isa buile le fokela le one maybe ntumedisitse hela. And then go ga ine ba itse gore ke dula le bone ko the TV room ha reja, and then ke go itswela ka moreng. And it has always been like that, like go tswa bunyaneng le go interact le batho go tshameka ko strateng. Sometimes I would feel like ke a force to be within my friends, mainly hela gore ke create a breather. Mara tlhaloganya ka ene se mo goreng ke batla go interact le bone ene le hela gore nna ke fikwe ke phefo. And it was a very difficult stage mo botshelong baka, because now ha ke nne free le ko strateng ha ke na le batho ke tlhaganela gore ke gae, but yes ke batla go nna le bone, enjoy the company, but also ke tlhaganela gore ke gae net fela for gore ke re hu ke tswile mo bathong wa tlhaloganya. Batho ne ba nkimela mkhulu mara ke sa kgone go e tlhalosa
gore what's the problem.
I won't lie, I didn't enjoy being around people. I used to force that a lot, like go le bokete for nna ke tla go bolela maka. Even being around hela le batho ba go gae kore I don't know how to explain it, but people's energies would
dampen your mood. But now things have changed.
Now ke khona go dula le batho ke lebogela ntho because re phela le batho. There's no way gore nka phela forever ke sane around people. Now I get to understand gore mo lefatsheng go philiwa yang le batho as to compared to before. Because before next I get a yanong ke palelwa ke go phela ke go dula le batho sebaka, so ha ke khone go tlhaloganya motho mongwe go ntsa sebaka. But no yana ke khona go dula le wena mkhulu and have a chat with you, and le nna ke khona go bona lefatshe ka, you know, a different perspective.
What are you grateful for?
I'm grateful for this journey mainly because it has taught me to be outspoken. To also express myself. Hanga basically this journey, I think it nkabe ke santse ke le mo shelling ele. Yes, I'm still shy, but not so shy. Like I used to be very shy. Gore motho a tsena yana gore bona ba bantsa heta le ke didimetse if I was that old person, because me batla gore a fete and then me la gone ke gona go bua. You know, mkhulu now itse ke tla go bolela maka. I think also ha ke tla go sheba sentle le zile ka le lone ke motho ntseng yana, but no yana ka gore ke a mo tlhaloganya ke godile nyana le ene ke ra gore o ntse isitse wa tlhaloganya, so ke gona go bua le ene gore oh my god mare are le ke nyana go shifta mo go shy re le ke go bua nyana wa tlhaloganya, because I've got to realize gore he has
like you need to just communicate
communicate le ene la gore mare ke ipotsa gore
it's not always a yes.
Wezi mkhulu luzila ka la mmakazi gore ke ipotsa gore ka gore ke mfetho ya mo ona shela yang basadi. I don't know, it doesn't make sense. Like my guy, how did you used to do that? But anyway, it's fun. I'm just really grateful that wa retsa ke gona go tlotla le ene hela gore hey man a re tso mo sheleng ele re le ke go buisana wa tlhaloganya. I'm also grateful for him being able to listen to me and interact le nna ka mokgwa le nna ke not gore ke batlang ka teng mara ke eletsang gore go nne ka teng. That is why it is always important that before o tswa ka lefetlo o buitse gore le lozi la gago ke motho ntseng yang o ska tswaela puru e be ra o tsena ko pele boro wena ha o kgone go.
I usually tell them that
don't do that. O ska itlhaganela le go agae o sa itse gore o eme kae ka botshelo ba gago, itlhaganela go agae o setse o kgona go connecta le lozi la gago. Ha gona mosola gore o ye gae mara o tsena ko pele ha o bona batho batla ba tlola dilo mo di
ha o tlhaloganya
go founela baba ha sa tshware phone ha o itse re o ire yang wa panic. So go botlhokwa gore always o itse gore ha o tswa ka lefetlo o itse go communicate le lozi la gago. It's important because ha o tsena go gae kwa ke ene motho leng gore o tsoga le ene wa ntlhaloganya ha go na le bothata ka 2 AM gore le before o ka tsa phone cause ene o kgona go bolela gore go na le mathata kwa ntle maybe ba diega go fa di solutions. Sometimes yes they give solutions straight away, sometimes ba diega go fa tsone at least o kgona gore tere baba go na le mathata ke ira yang wa ntlhaloganya mare a go file bothata bo le ene wa ntlhaloganya. So it's always important gore before o tswa ka lefelo o botse go communicate le close la gago o ska joela o itlhaganeletse ka gore o utlwa gore batho ba re ba gae le wena o batla go agae wa ntlhaloganya. Nna mkhulu I'm really grateful for kholo e ke le mo go yone. The first thing is like being able to be expressive, outspoken. One thing that I've also learned is that yes, stay true to yourself, mare. Because sometimes you really need to be true. Una truthful, like we Oscar ka gore gato o ye left wena why o ye left a ke rula no tshwantse o itse le baka la gago o skare ka gore batho ba re a re tsamaye le wena o batla go tsamaya ba go irang go ba go ithuta eng go wa tlhaloganya o tshwantse o itse gore why o ya go le wena. So I'm also grateful for that. I think also taba ya ka ya skolo if nkabe ke sa pheta dilo tsa ka tsa lefetlo I think I would have given up if I was going through what I'm going through now ka dilo tsa skolo and then ha ise ke thwase as yet nkabe le khale ke dropile out but badimo ba le wena le badimo mkhulu le nthutile gore dula o rapela dula o ntse o phatlhela badimo ba gago le ba sa go arabe no yana phatla like be consistent ka go phatla because badimo ba tle ka go tshwana ba bang ba go araba no yana ba bang they take a month. So dula ntse o phatla ile ora ba go arabe beke a go a ise ba go arabe zet tsa mo go phatla gape beke e latela matsatsi a tle ka go tshwana sometimes you're at your lowest and you don't feel like doing anything gore le ha motho a tlhagana gore re tsa mo go rapela
this like why am I doing it
like ngaro ka morore sa le leng ke rapela mara ha go tle gore go siana. So nna ke lebogela kholo mkhulu it has never been easy, yes, but with time I get to be grateful for always picking myself up the way that I do.
That's good.
It takes courage for one.
True.
To actually be that.
Do you have any regrets?
No, I don't have any
Would you say people need to find friends in Molefetlo?
No, you don't have to. It's yes, if you find people by wow, it's a beautiful thing because you get to create relations, sisterhoodship, brotherhoodship, and so
what
forth.
Advice would you give people?
But it's a beautiful thing because now you get to have your, like, besides your initial family and then your friends but my advice to people they're still trying to figure out as Mkhulu has mentioned, guys, patla rapela bua ela le badimo ha se gore o tshwantse o dulantse o ikobontshe o re o tshabele go nna expressive gore this is what I want bua le nna batho le bona not gore ke re ba shout mara o kgona go bua le bona gore guys sa le leng ke bua ke na le 5 months yotlhe ke bua ka so se one ha go tlo re leng karabe sa le ntorisitse ke le ko metsi mara ha le mplele gore ke mang tshwantse nang kise ko metsi. And then if o feela gore ba go diegela it's then that maybe motho o nye or on socials you can just ask gore nka kreya ka ithuso or a ile re itse gore go na le a traditional healer somewhere we go itlhola hela ha re we go retsa sa se bua mare maybe o ka tswa wa nna le kitso ya something fela go itlhola mare also guys
a re itlhola hela go na le bothata. I feel like it's not always the case that how go tlhatlhoba you'll get bad feedback.
Yes,
like o khona go tlhatlhoba when things are really going good in your life. Yes, it's not always the case where how go tlhatlhoba o dula ntse o tla o le sad go tei go iragalang badimo ba kwatile ba go furaletse dirang the ancestors are not happy. So it shouldn't be like that all the time.
True.
But then Gogo Ndlovukazi, we've been at it. With your closing words, what would you like to say to the people?
I would like to say, guys, jara e ha ile gore for wena it has been the most hectic and getting jara e leng gore e khobile marapo o sa fela pelo. There's always things like New Year resolutions and so forth. kere simolla jara on a new slate, a new way of doing things. Ere ha batho ba le ko ntle ba le ko strateng ba ntse ba re happy wena o bo rapela o phatla. So that o simolle jara sentle wena dilo tse leng gore
and be true to yourself.
Yeah, dilo tse leng gore di go tshwanetse di gone go go fitlhela
wena. People want to copy and paste.
Yes. Always stay true to yourself, guys. O sa follow se batho ba leng gore ba batla go se dira wena go nna a groupie or ka re people are doing this, I'm doing that. Don't do that. Always stay true to yourself. But o sa emela also motho mongwe gore a tla gore a re I think you can do this. I think you can do this. I think you can go somewhere else. When believe in yourself more than gore o emele motho mongwe a tla gore a re dira something.
Trust your guides.
Yes. Always do that, and then also ke kopa hela gore batho ba tlogele go nna ba ntse ba followa ditshele ba bua maka. We itse guys selo se seng se leng gore se na le go nkgoba marapo is that people are so quick to believe what the streets are telling them. Ha ba batle go iponela or ha ba batle go ikutlwela klar mo
and experience the person.
Klar hela motho a teng o setsa filela gore yo ka gore gate ka one nkosi le mmankosi ba tšwelela batho ile nna ke batle go a go teng wa ntlhaloganya. Guys, there's nothing like that. Ke ra gore lo ena ela o dutsela o le wane go gaga gore go ga lona o bona ela gore badimo ba gago ba ka shootela hela ka gore motho mongwe why badimo ba gago ba sa o tlhae motho wa ntlhaloganya. Like it doesn't make
sense. And he keeps blessing us, Shemwitsi. You know, and people have so much information that they are not using to actually amplify their lives.
Very true. And then to people ba leng gore matshelo a bona tlhakatlhakana maybe wa itse gore o tshwantsa rabele no ya gagwe maro in denial and then o luza bo mmereko and then ba bangwe lenyalo ga go tsamae sentle o re ga nne le bana o reng whatever the case may be. Guys, dulang le ntse le rapela le phatla because dilo tse tsa gore ga nkitla gore batho ba batla go jikajikisa gore ba go ise ko solutioneng bona ga gona sepeso badimo ba kgona go araba yana o sa batla gore batho ba go ise kwa and then ba go buse yana even na gore he ha go kgonagale. There's nothing like that. There's always a solution to each and every single thing. Ha ile gore you're going through such, you're about to lose mmereko wa gago mainly because badimo ba go emeha phatla o khona go buela badimo ba kopo khona go ba kopela gore guys la re ke le fetlo mar ka fa le batla go ntsela mmereko yanong ke go khona yang dilo tsa le fetlo o sa inela hela o re go siame o itse keng a ba tsaya se ba se dira nna no le wena le ka go tsenya effort o sa dula fela ha o dula fela wa re thusiwe yang like ha gona o po ka tlangela go latela gore a re tla go thusa ha wena o se thusi. So it's always important gore le wena o tsaya matsapa dula o tsaya matsapa dula o tsaya dikgato mo dilong tse di lebaganeng le wena. And then also Oscar re ka gore mamang don't be a groupie like I said. Ska re ka gore mamang a re ene ha kreya thuso go so le wena you don't want to. No, ha ile gore wa itse gore o motho a moya and then kere ke khalengwe le risiwa ke kae ya ko wena for wena ga go siamela. Yes, kere ke ka tswena le dilo tsa yone but for wena it's going to be something se gore sa go thusa. Also,
it's just like marriage.
Yeah,
people can be like, oh my god, marriage is such a bad thing. Yeah, lenyalo ing, and then it's a different experience for you. Yes. You need to experience some things for yourself.
Very true, very true. Mkhulu nna ke re hela batho go ga dula le ntse le rapela dula ka belong ya lona ba se seng ba simolotse maeto a bone. Be consistent. Consistency is key. How fapoga mo tseleng, that's when dilo tsa gago le tsone di tekatekang wena o bore batho ba go tswaletse e le wena mongwe wa ditiro tse tlogela go nna ntse o focus thata on what people are saying because wa go diega ke tlo go bolela maka. And then also to wrap things up na ke re thapelo hela guys, thapelo ke ne hela e ka re thusa I won't lie. And then protect yourself from the energies tse di ritseng. Dula hela o ntse o ithapedisa hela le wena within your space. Also don't reveal so much about yourself go batho ba leng gore ha o ba tshepe ka gore batho ke mamenemene batho ba khona hela go potela ka ba re chat ba heditse ka wena wa ntlhaloganya. And then also Mkhulu now it's nna Mkhulu ke go kopa gore you every year you get to grow and experience the have new initiatives ya ka ona le ba bang. Nna Mkhulu ke re I think the past 3 years they so much about images. You've been that as because others won't be able to get in by experience that side of you. But Nkulu, Nakere don't be too lenient. Like because you've been trying to be a mother, a sister, Kobela at the same time, Mare once one not too comfortable, that's when you see their true colors. So moving forward,
no, definitely that one. I think you can see that with the new ones. Different from what I used to. You know, I'm not trying to be close to understand them on the like I've and I've burned. So I'm really trying to balance and know and the leniency part of it, we grow with experience. So someone say, how offer the experiences, the challenge. You need to break in order to multiply. So those were the challenges I needed to be where I am and be strong. The more initiatives that I get, the more better, wiser I am, the more, you know. So I think I'm way better than I am 3 years ago. And I'm really coping better with things and reacting way better than I usually would. And I'm really grateful for the challenges that have made me and groomed me to be the woman that I am. A rose that grew from concrete.
Oh yes.
And now.
No interview today. You go for 3 months so or monthly. But anyway,
ma'am, thank you so much.
Kulu, before we close off, because based on what you've been seeing, what do you think I should not necessarily change but work on not only personally, but is there anything, because now it's like
constructive criticism.
Because I'm not perfect and I'll never be perfect. So so mkhulu askiso go botsa potso e, but ke go pela umplelle gore wena o feel gore what is it that I should work on ha re tsena mo jareng e ntšha, because this year mkhulu nna ka tla go bolela makana ha ke motho le gore ke batla go utlwela botlhoko but I'm saying this e le nnetela gore jara e ha ise go nne le anything that I feel like it's worth being celebrated for. On my side there's always been things that but I am very grateful for all of them, and I'm hoping for the next year. I'm actually getting this thing, I don't know how it's going, but I feel like next year is just going to be a beautiful year.
Nako e modimo a re ebetseng ke sone se ke ratang le kwalo la Deuteronomy 28 it says modimo a re ke tla go nnesetsa pula go lefatsheng la gago ka nako e ke e beileng. You know, sometimes you go through so much at one time that you want to give up, and the way you're about to give up, that's where you are going to get your blessings. So you must be grateful for challenges, because if there's no challenges, then you are not growing. You must be grateful to be spoken of, not but there's something that these people are seeing. Not that you should be grateful for bad publicity, but it's a thing right now I want to compliment right now, at least now you are more vocal, now you are open. But don't let people take advantage of you. I think that's the only thing that's left. The things that we've been talking about, you've really, really progressed, and you've really at a stage where I'm feeling like, you know what, now she's strong enough compared to where you come from. But this thing of people taking advantage and letting people just slide with everything, people should know where to draw the line when it comes with you. When it comes to you, people shouldn't get too comfortable. Then you want to just go and review what people should know. It's a thing, if I know I'm always coming to you with certain things, I shouldn't give people ground to be able to be comfortable to that extent. Where they know because I know and she doesn't, you know. So let's just protect our peace and don't let go of yourself so easily to just in each and everyone who comes through. But otherwise, listen, you're here.
I think sometimes I just protecting one's peace and energy, but I feel like I think I allow so many energies within my space, of which sometimes it can be very draining because I said then
you have to declutter.
I think I need to work on that. Yes, Nkulu, that's very true. But also I would like to find out in terms of tshebeletso yaka, do you feel like I've been, besides badimo ba nkurusa le bone le wena mkhulu o ntse tlhaga ntha hore go go tsena mo line le baba, do you feel like go gong ke ntse ke faphoga hore go gong ke ntse ke retsa?
You've been even more consistent than you were, so that one is really...
Thank you, Nkulu. I just wanted to know because na ke motho le gore ha jara ha re hetsa jara na re tsena mo jareng
you want to review and try and do better.
You need to review and know gore what is it that you need to work on next. O sa dula la ntsora nna ke shapo bile nna ke ira tsone wa ntlhaloganya o sa ikaketsa ngwana go ga o sa ikaketsa, please, because mo lefatsheng re dula re ntse re ithuta. I'm so happy and I'm so grateful that I'm where I'm at now. If it weren't for this journey, there was a point before I was very suicidal. I think because sometimes I feel like sometimes how says you feel like what's the point of you end up feeling like those suicidal thoughts, or you just want to hide or you're somewhere, you know. So now I'm really grateful for this journey. The way thing, it has changed. I the same before. I think not
your world is bright and
I think confused also by for them to be heard because they feel like you're not paying attention to them. So but yeah, I'm just grateful for Kholo. I'm just grateful that even though I can say so many things have been going wrong, but I give a focus on that because I have this thing in me I'm hoping that will be more than
I was saying that because wow,
next year
it's been crazy.
After all, this is our birth month, so I feel like
true.
Let us attract all that is of positivity, even though
no, but what's life without challenges?
Yes. If you going to the next year, attracted effort especially we are the chosen ones. I get it, but many babies, but there's only a few. But they are chosen. I feel like Masula Rona are more complicated more than the people by long hore. But things like miracle, things like I mean, sometimes you get to sit down when we review and my peers and I'm still here. That thing has already compare Leone, it has home because now it takes you back to but bading bagabakai one telling wherever son more this thing. Nakira Ariduleng Hela because Nako honang like go nako e go leng gore badimo ba go araba le wena wa go imakalla gore he batho go rana ke nna motho wa go fitlhelela gore dilo tse tlhetse go kgale mo dilakatse di a go tla ka jare one bile di tlahelana di hologa so a re sa itlhaganela dilo tse leng gore modimo ha ise a nne ready gore fa tsone yes ga gore kgwa marapo but
stay the course.
Yeah, we should just stay the course and re sa batla go leka go overtake modimo.
Pearls of wisdom dropped. No, Thokozane Gogo.
Thank you.
Oh yes. Thank you so much for honoring the invite. It was a beautiful interview. Thank you so much. And until next time, I think next day is more like
yes.
We'll just see honestly. So Thokozane
le tla se bona next year se thotsela secretary tla bantsa le teng jara le jara guys o se ikganela go tla ha o bona umkhulu a posta mekete o se ikganela go tla meketeng go mena tlo meketeng bathong o sa alawa o pa go aketsa la lo ene o tla go iponela ha o itse gore your presence go moketeng e ka tsosolosa eng mo go wena ke rena go mo you going through so much you don't want to talk about it wa itse re wa lora ngwana go ga maro wa tshaba go bua wena go gata mabalela go moketeng o ritseng ha o itse gore badimo ba gago ba ka go arabela yang or go gata mabala go kerekeng maybe re tshwaretse re se go o mong ga and then the service e go go tla hela ha o itse gore ka go bulela dikgoro tse feng just go gata mabala so ne ke ra bathong le lona continue to work on yourself o skala wa gore batho ba go aketse batho ba go tsone ba ntse ba bua o itse keng le wena o peke tlhogo se itse gore o retse mara re tsa badimo ba gago re tsa letsolo la gago that's it for me.
Ra leboga, Mel.